Hello, 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 and welcome to another weekend, this time reading vlog. And today has sort of flown by in a mixture of all sorts. So it's now 5:10 in the evening. I woke up about 10:30 this morning, which may sound late, but I was on a 14-hour shift yesterday. So that was pretty hardcore. Then after that, I got up and I filmed a video, and then some guy came round to try and fix my shower because I'm still having shower issues. My mum's been round. It's just been a bit hectic. So I've just been sat editing the video that I filmed earlier because that needs to go up tonight. That needs to be up by 6 p.m. and I'm just now exporting it at 5:10. Stress. I'm really not sure whether it's going to end up going up on time or not. Which won't bother anyone watching, but it'll bother me because it'll mean that I've messed up my streak and it's been going so well. But you know, shower issues, work issues, there's not much to be done about it. I've not done any reading yet today, which makes me sad, but I have got a 3-day weekend. 3 nice days in a row. So hopefully I can get lots of reading done in this vlog and actually make some progress. Hopefully. So as an update, it is 6:20 and the video is ready to go live. I just need to quickly shove some tags on a description and I am done. So panic over on that front. I don't know why I was ever worried. Yay for fast internet. Well, as you can see, I've just ran myself the most relaxing bath. The plan is to sit in there and read a bit of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I'm also tempted to bring my colouring stuff up. I'm not really sure. I've just done a bunch of colouring before I even came up. So I think I've done enough. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll bring it just in case. Especially since I made a little schoolboy error and put way too much hot water in. Kind of running out of space to put cold in, so just chilling, reading other places while I wait for it to cool down a bit. But at least I can have a bath now, yay. The shower isn't sorted yet, but I can have a bath. So, progress. This is the colouring I've managed to get done so far. I get it really doesn't look much at all, but that took me ages. It's so fiddly and little. And I'm really quite proud of it. I think it looks quite pretty, but there's still so much to do. If I zoom right out like that. But yeah, if we're going like that. Oh yes, Kirsty's made wonderful progress today. It's been relaxing though, and that's what I've needed. Morning, so it's now Monday morning. I feel like this vlog is all over the place. I don't know where we are. I know that I filmed a bath clip. I'm not sure if I filmed anything after that. The long and the short of that is though that I read a little bit in the bath, but not as much as I wanted or expected to. Since then, I have also finished They Both Die at the End. No, that was last week's. That was last week's audiobook. History is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I finished that the other day, and I felt quite kind of negative about it compared to the rest of his books. I've listened to all 3 of his current books all on audiobook and I feel like they work really well on audiobook. So if you want to check any of them out, I recommend the audio versions. But I wasn't a massive fan of this one compared to the others. So I gave this one 3 stars. I don't want to go into it too much as to why I didn't, because I'm going to be filming a separate review for that anyway. But yeah. It's not his best one in my opinion. I really feel like More Happy Than Not or They Both Die at the End are stronger novels than History Is All You Left Me. But, you know, I'm sure different people will get different things out of different ones. And it's not like it was bad. There was nothing that necessarily annoyed me. I'd say the thing that annoyed me the most was that it felt like it had got loads of filler content in the middle of the book rather than just the story carrying on. It just felt a bit pointless, a bit dragged out. Even though it wasn't that long, felt like it could have been shorter, basically. But the actual story itself was fine. I enjoyed learning more about someone's OCD, because obviously people make comments about having OCD a lot. They'll be like, oh yeah, it's my OCD, and they rarely actually have OCD, or at least not to any sort of life-affecting way, whereas one of the characters does have very bad OCD, and it was just quite eye-opening to see. I also enjoyed the relationships, well, some of them, but my lack of enjoyment had nothing to do with the fact that they were same-sex relationships and everything to do with just the people themselves. It's quite difficult to like the main characters in this book for the whole book. I didn't really like any of them. And then last night in bed, I finished Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi, and that surprised me because I've not been enjoying that much. For the first 25% especially, I was like, why do people love this series so much? Why does it get so much hype? I wasn't really getting it at all. It was confusing me how people were loving it so much. It just made no sense to me to build it up like that. So then I was just sort of reading it a little bit here, a little bit there. I wasn't even all that desperate to pick it up, so it's taken me a few nights to get through it. But last night I started reading and I was at about 74%, and it got good. It got really good. And I was reading it till like 2 o'clock in the morning because I was like, I've got to finish it, I've got to finish it. Which I did, and I gave it 4 stars. It went from such a slow beginning and such a meh middle to a explosive ending. I am now really excited to try and pick up the rest of the series ASAP. So, you know, it's better than it not getting good at all, but I really hate it when books don't get good till the very end. I could have DNF'd that book so many times and didn't. I shouldn't have to wait that long to get a good story going, so yeah. I then started the 3rd Shadow Market short story. I can't think of the name of it right now. I got 54% of the way through that, and then I started kind of dozing off. So I would definitely be finishing that later on tonight. And now I've got a little mini unboxing for you, because I'm planning on buying less Kindle books, because if you're familiar with my channel, you will know that I've got a massive plastic bag, I'm not even joking, of little slips of paper that I call my TBR bag. I'm not even understating it to say there's well over 1,000 books in there, paid for books. And obviously I'm not getting to them at any reasonable speed at all because I'm constantly trying to catch up on my NetGalley reads. So I was thinking, what's the point in buying more and more and more Kindle books? I've got a lot of unread physical books, but not in the same league as Kindle. So I'm going to cut down on my Kindle buying, which also means that my book hauls will be smaller anyway, because if I'm not buying many Kindle books, that might be a good 10 books less per haul. And I'm going to treat myself to 1 to 2 physical books a month. So the other day I went on Amazon, which I don't really like doing, but I can't afford to spend money in physical bookshops all the time. I'm going to try and mix it up and do different things different months. So like last month I bought some books from The Works, for example. The month before that I don't think I bought any physical books, but the month before that I bought some books from a physical shop. Like, I think that was the month where I went to Foyles actually. So I'm trying to mix it up a bit. So this month was very much an Amazon haul, and I've got 2 packages to open. So I'm really, really excited. So I'm just going to try and get us set up so I can unbox them on this vlog now. This is a terrible angle, but it'll work. I know what they both are. I only ordered them the other day, so it's not like I can pretend I don't know what they are. I'm going to go with this one first, I think. I can tell which is which as well because one's quite chunky, the other isn't. Oh. Yeah, this pull here thing's working really well for me. There we go. So, oh, they're actually the other way around then. This one's the chunkier one. Did not realise that. So we have got The Dolica by Caroline Barry.
I first heard about this on Fred Weasley Died Laughing's channel, because she picked this up and it's sort of compared to being like Dublin's Jack the Ripper but a woman instead. And I was really eager to find out how she was going to get on with it because it sounded right up my street, and then she absolutely loved it. And since then I've been planning on picking it up, and I was going to buy a Kindle copy, and then the other day I thought, oh, I've still not bought a Kindle copy. Go and buy the physical book. You'll read it quicker than the Kindle one. This is a lot thicker than I expected it to be though. And I'm sorry, I've really got to do the compulsory. Smells so good. That spine's fantastic as well. It's so much more exciting getting a physical book than it is getting Kindle books too. Like, satisfies my book buying so much more. So this one feels a lot thinner than I expected it to, and I'm really confused. Because I thought this was a really chunky book, and now I'm thinking, have I ordered the right thing? Oh no, it does look chunky when you pull it out. That's weird. How can a book feel so thin there and then look so chunky here? So we have got Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and I've been seeing this book everywhere. I'm sure you have too. It's a YA fantasy, and it was really interesting because I was looking at this in a bookshop the other day and then thought, I can't afford to really buy at bookshop price. And I was looking at the back and I was like, they killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. I can see why this catches people's eye. It's like so beautiful in person, and that description just pulls you in. And the main reason why I wanted to get a physical book for this rather than the Kindle copy was because, oh, spine cracking issues. There's a map there. And I want to be able to reference the map when I'm reading, because I really struggle to follow fantasy books when I don't have access to the map easily. So this is going to be solving that. My other main goal with buying physical books each month rather than Kindle ones is that because I will only buy 1 to 2 because I just can't justify doing more than that, not when I've got so many unread books. So when I'm buying 1 to 2 physical books a month, it shouldn't be that difficult for me to kind of read them as I get them, which I was filming my bookshelf tour the other day to reference the video for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bookshelf tour number 5, which is my crime and other stuff shelf. And I was talking about all these crime books that I'd bought on there, and I was like, and I bought this one back in the times when I used to buy a book and read it straight away. And then as I got further on the shelf, I was like, and I bought this one and never got around to reading it. And that's kind of where everything started falling apart. And I really want to get to the point where I read books the moment I've bought them again, because you are so much more excited for them when you do that. I'm not someone to get rid of my old books, unless I get rid of a few somewhere to try and start making space because my shelves are very full. But I do want to start trying to read stuff as I get it, because it's getting really, really sad that I've got so many unread books that I was so excited about, and I am still excited, but not half as excited as fresh new ones that have just come out of a package. I've not sniffed this one yet. Oh, this one smells really strongly. It's a little bit... I'm very precious with my books. I'm trying not to be, but I'm very precious with my books. It's a little bit warped. It's definitely not as good a condition as you would hope. Meanwhile, this one looks a bit grubby. This one was the last one, so I was pleased to be able to grab this, because if I'd have looked on there and they'd said waiting for more stock, I'd have been like, oh. Because I deliberately picked today as the delivery day because I knew I was going to be in. So, yeah. That's what's going on with my hauling life. That's what's going on with what I've been reading recently. I'm now going to spend the afternoon catching up on stuff around the house, listening to my audiobook. I started a new audiobook yesterday as well. Let's get you back over here. I started a new audiobook yesterday as well, which is it called In the Water by Paula Hawkins? Something like that. Anyway, I was in the mood for a thriller, and I hadn't thought things through at all. I hadn't thought about the fact that I was going to finish Shatter Me soon, so that's another story for in a second. But I was in the mood for a thriller, so I thought, right, I'm going to go for that one. And the first 10% or so I struggled with. There's so many different perspectives, it's swapping around all the time, and that's really difficult to follow on audiobook when you're not familiar with whose voice is who. But by the time I'd got a little bit further in than that, I started getting really into it, and now I'm into it and I want to know more. So I've picked up a thriller that for an audiobook that I'm definitely not going to be listening to for all that long, so I just want to listen to it every chance I get. But yeah, the reason why that's a problem is because I'm always reading 3 books at once. I've always got 1 physical book, 1 Kindle book and 1 audiobook. My problem here is my physical book's fine, it's Harry Potter. I'm not going to confuse that with anything. I rarely have similar stuff on the go. So I've got that thriller on the go as an audiobook. And tonight I'm going to be starting a new Kindle book because I'll finish the Shadow Hunt and Shadow Market thing in about 20 minutes, I think, what's left of it. So my next planned Kindle book off my TBR for NetGalley is Skin Deep by Liz Nugent, and that's a thriller. So my belly just did the loudest rumble, so if you heard something, that was my stomach telling me to have some breakfast. But yeah, if I start that tonight, I'm worried that I might start accidentally confusing my thrillers, because I'm not used to having 2 different thrillers on the go at once. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know how long this vlog's going to be because it's been so all over the place. I don't feel like I've filmed much before this, but I'm not completely sure either. But I do need to edit this afternoon anyway and get it uploaded and then scheduled for tomorrow night. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me. Can't even speak. If you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.